772, the Federal Reserve was folded under the Treasury. And when we get our new United States Treasury notes out, you guys all need to know that all of the Federal Reserve notes are going to be taken out of circulation, which is going to eliminate the inflation we've had. So where do prices go? Well, we're not going to know. The Federal Reserve has over 4 sets of books. Everything's a lie, and they've never been audited. So whatever you see on that .gov website, they're not a government agency. They're a corporation. They're an unlawful corporation. So is the IRS. And so just beware, because investing in gold and silver is a hedge against inflation. And that's all going to be going once the United States Treasury notes are rolled out. And I have a high-ranking contact person in the Treasury who's confirmed this with me and seen them. They're in the vaults. They just haven't been released.
There you have it, folks. Right from the horse's mouth. No offense. I'm not calling you a horse, but it sounds beautiful. Your word sounds beautiful. Your word sounds beautiful to me, and we'd be going on a date if I was single. Okay, so.
Well, I drive by Federal Reserve building all the time. I've been in the banking industry. I've been in the FDIC before. I closed down banking savings and loan associations that were bankrupt. And you guys all need to know that it's not just the United States banks that are bankrupt. The world banks are bankrupt. This is why
That's correct.
Everybody's bankrupt. Japan's bankrupt. China's bankrupt. Canada's bankrupt. New Zealand's bankrupt. We're all bankrupt. They did this on purpose to try to put a stronghold on us and to continue to use our all caps names as corporations so that they can enslave us as debt slaves. So this is all going away. What's going to happen with the prices? We don't know. It's all speculation, you guys. You don't know how far down the prices of homes are going to fall or how far down the prices of metals are going to fall. My understanding is that oil is a renewable. That means we never run out. Gold is a renewable. We never run out. And water is renewable. We never run out. Silver, I don't know. Silver's been squeezed through naked short selling. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's complicated, but it's basically a naked short sale is a bank that goes on and sells silver that they don't have in stock, or they don't have enough of it in stock. So let's say they have 100,000 ounces of silver in stock, and they sell 200,000 ounces of silver. Well, 100,000 of those is naked, meaning they don't own it. That's called a naked short, and they manipulate the markets by doing that. So
yeah, thank you, Jamie Dimon. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Jamie Dimon, Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase. But I don't think that's Jamie Dimon now anymore. I think that's Jamie Dimon 3.0 now. I mean, he's over in Iraq. He's over in Iraq, and he's over in the Central Bank of Iraq, and the Treasury's over there and everything. So, we don't know what the rates are going to be, you guys, but I did a whole map analysis. If you guys go back and look at the executive orders that George Bush did against and all the sanctions he did against Iraq in early 2000s, where he just took everything away from them. If you look at all the infrastructure that he absolutely destroyed in that country, well, guess what? When Trump did the capitulation tour, Law of War Manual, he has certain contracts in place with the Iraqis, and there's no way we're going to want to be paid in U.S. dollars, whether it's fiat currency or United States Treasury notes, doesn't matter. We're going to want to be paid in our own currency. Iraq cannot do those infrastructure projects at 0.0076 per U.S. dollar. It's impossible. The only way they could do that is by printing a massive amount of Iraqi dinars, which would lead to inflation in their country and a demise in their economy. And they're trying to build it up right now. And they're trying to get approval to go back on the World Trade Organization and on the Forex. So they would never do that.
Wow, you blew my mind. You know all the stuff just exactly the way I know it, and you're just so much better at explaining it than I am. You
No,
just
I'm
do
not.
a wonderful job. You're just wonderful.
Well, I'm just trying to help people. Don't freak out, you guys. Don't just sit back and enjoy everything that's going to happen. We're going to get some false flags here, like you said, but they're not going to be anything to be alarmed about. And whatever you guys have in your currencies, hang on to them. They're all going to be worth something. We just don't know what the rates are going to be, but they're going to be way higher than what they were. What was it, Chance? 35 years ago, it was 3.22 Iraqi dinar for $1. It's going to be way
Right.
higher than that. We don't know where it's
Oh,
at.
yeah. Yeah, it can right now. I'm hearing the rate is going to be anywhere between $12 and $28.
Well, my
But
understanding is that,
the street rate should be around 4.5.
well, here's my understanding. My understanding is that if you guys just want to go into a bank and exchange, then Iraq doesn't need the RV. They don't need the revaluation. They don't need the Chinese elders gold to do a revaluation at a 391 rate. But if you want to wait for the RV, my understanding is they do need the Chinese elders golds and whatever trusts, whether it's the St. Germain Trust or the Rodriguez Trust or the Monte Carlo Trust. There's like 6 trusts involved. They need that for the higher rate. You can, when you go into your appointments, just tell them, hey, I got projects I want to do and I'd like the highest rate, the special rate, or the contract rate, whatever's highest. You know, I've heard 2850. I don't understand how we would get 2850, which is called the contract rate, because we don't have any signed contracts with them, but I've been told ask for it anyway. So, you know, just go in with a box of cookies and smile and thank them and ask them for whatever the highest rate is that you can get, and go from there is my recommendation.
That's exactly that. Of course, you say it so much more eloquently than I do, but that's exactly what I've been telling people all this time. Hey, you guys can verify that, and so can Tara, my moderators. So they can tell you I've been saying this exact same thing, except you do it so much better. Thank you for sharing. If there's anything else you want to share, we're happy to listen to you.
Well, there's not a lot. I mean, I've gone by this Federal Reserve building. Guys, I've taken pictures of that building. You guys follow Nancy Drew. I know Kelly Brady very well. I've run into her a few times, as well as Penguin on his Segway when he's in DC. But all this stuff is the Federal Reserve's been shut down for so long. On the OCC, which is the Office of the Comptroller of the Currencies website, long ago, I found a document on there. It was a guarantee letter, and it said in preparation for the global currency reset and the quantum financial system. And it talked about how these payments had to be in accordance with the quantum financial initiative. Well, that document was taken down. So we know this is going. We're not supposed to be part of this. This was all supposed to just be part for the elitists, the government, and the globalists. We found out about it. So I think the last I heard from my contact in South Africa, 0.004% of worldwide population, like we the people here on these Telegram calls, know about this global currency reset. It's so few of us. But I drove by I talked to the security officers coming out from the Federal Reserve building underground. I've spoken to them many times and asked them how many people are in the building. Is the building 100% staffed, 50% staffed, less than 50% staffed? And they'll look at me and they won't answer. I said, okay, I'll give you multiple choice. A, 100% staffed. B, 50% staffed. C, less than 50% staffed. And they'll say C, because they're not allowed to talk about it. But I can sit outside during lunchtime and watch the number of people who are coming out of the front of the building, who go for walks during the beautiful time right now we're having with 80-degree weathers here in Washington, D.C. There's so few people coming out of that building. It's nowhere near what it was before all of this stuff went down, before the military operations started. So we're all in good places. My thing to you guys is all definitely have some cash on hand, like Chance mentions, but all the banks are going down, meaning you and I are becoming our own bankers. We're going on the quantum financial system. Quantum financial system is scary for a lot of people. It's digital, but you're already using digital. When you go to Giant Food or Safeway or any of these grocery stores, Kroger, Acme, whatever, you put your credit card in. You're doing a digital transaction doing that. You do Venmo, you do Zelle, you do any of this PayPal stuff, that's digital. You're already doing it. You don't know you're doing it.
That's correct.
People don't understand what cryptocurrency is, and they don't understand what the blockchain is. Let me dumb it down for you guys. To build a house, you have to have a foundation. To have a digital coin, you got to have a blockchain. You have to have something that cryptocurrency is built upon. So that blockchain, it can be compared to the foundation of a house before you build it. And that cryptocurrency that you have is nothing more than a digital coin. It's got numbers and numbers in front of it and back of it. If you guys turn over any of your wireless routers at your home, if you take your batteries out of your cell phones, you're going to see a MAC address, MAC, Media Access Control is what that stands for. That digital number back there is a digital number identifying that hardware. That's what tokenization means. All of our assets are going to be tokenized. They're going to have digital numbers and they're going to be digitized, and it's a good thing, because then nothing can be counterfeit anymore, nothing can be stolen anymore, nothing. It's all going to be safe. It's all going to be 100% transparent. And I know it's kind of an invasion of your privacy, but at the end of the day, we don't want these central bankers coming back into our lives ever again, printing money, counterfeiting money, controlling our money supply, and controlling, what we do with our money, and taking it from us. So it's a good thing on what's being done, and that's being done worldwide.
You're absolutely correct. You are dead on the money, and I wish everybody that I talk to had the knowledge that you do. The biggest question that I get is, when's this going to happen? When's this going to happen? I've got this mortgage problem, or I got this homeowners association problem, or I got this, or I said, I want to tell you it's going to happen right now, but I can't tell you that. It's part of the plan. And the only thing I can tell you for a fact is it is going to happen, and we have never, ever, ever been this close before. There, bondholders, over 50% of the bondholders have been paid. We need 50% of the bondholders to be paid before we can start. And
Well,
notifications.
I'll tell you, I'm a tier 2 bondholder, and I haven't been paid. So I'm not tier 4B, I'm tier 2. But I'll let you guys know that this has to happen, because Iraq has got signed contracts with all these countries. They don't have the know-how. They don't have the skill set to build back their country when it comes to infrastructure projects. They're going to be looking upon the UK, the United States, Australia, and other outside countries to build back their telecommunication, their banking systems, and everything. And these countries that are going to be helping them out are going to want to be paid in their own currency. There's no way Iraq can do these infrastructure projects at the current rate they have right now. No way. And these contracts have start dates, and they have completion dates, and they have payment dates within them. And they're right now, are they delaying them 100%? In fact, Sudani just putting something out. Sorry, you guys. Sudani just put something else out the other day, going around, and he was upset about some of these projects being stalled and the completion dates not being adhered to. So just like we have a corrupt deep state here, they got a corrupt deep state there, you guys. All these globalists, they all have deep states and corrupt parallel markets running side by side with them. So it's bad here. It's also bad in Iraq, bad in all the countries, and that's what's taking so long. You got delays.
Okay, somebody just put on the board the new $100 bill to begin circulation in 2034. Reports from the Federal Reserve and the Bureau of Engraving. That's hilarious. Who put that down? Sock Puppet? Okay, Sock Puppet, sharing something like that with us being as close as you are, is close as we are right now. That's just absolutely ludicrous. Okay, don't post stuff like that anymore. We know that's actually in its own way negative energy. And we don't allow negative energy on the Telegram site. Only positive things. The positive thing I can tell you for positive is I feel from talking to the intake officer that I will be liquid within 2 weeks.
Yeah, I agree. And by the way, you guys, get yourself some XRP, because a lot of the things that's holding up all this stuff is called BRICS, cross-border payment systems. So BRICS is a sting operation, you guys. The United States is part of BRICS. I don't know if did you guys just see Trump? Not tonight, but last night. If you guys saw Trump last night, go pull up his rally. He had a guy right behind him wearing a tie. And what was the tie? It was BRICS. And he was also wearing a jacket with red bricks. He tells you these comms all the time. You got to pay close attention to what he's telling you. He was wearing army pants. Come on, guys. He's wearing army pants. He's commander in chief. He had a real big long black coat on, and then he was, wearing a black MAGA hat. So, you can count the flags behind him sometimes. Sometimes behind him he has 19 flags. That means he's the 19th president of the republic that we're going back to. And he's wearing 45-47. That means 45 through 47. That means 45, 46, 47. It doesn't mean 45 and then Biden 46 and he 47. He never left us. He's been with us the whole entire time. He's commander in chief. This is a military operation, and he's the face of it.
Excellent. I actually, can I just hire you to be my spokesman? You're top drawer there, lady. You really are. And
you guys don't get freaked out when you see Warren Buffett selling all of his Apple shares. The stock market's going to crash. Stock market's already been taken over by the white hats, in my opinion. BlackRock's been taken over by the white hats. So has Vanguard. And why is Warren Buffett selling all of his shares? I don't know. Executive Order 13818, 13848, 13959, crimes against humanity, election interference, and funding the Chinese, maybe. I don't know, but I read all those executive orders, and they all say seizure of your corporate and personal assets. I'm just saying, birds of a feather flock together. I've seen them a lot of times with Bill Gates.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think his niece, who works at the donut shop that he ignores and doesn't help, who's struggling raising 2 children, his niece, okay? You think she might get a piece of that?
Absolutely not. He's made it clear. He's not.
He is not a good person.
No, he's not helping any of his family. He's made that very clear decades ago.
Yeah, and what are you going to do with all that money, Warren? You're going to be Scrooge McDuck, put it all in gold and silver and go into your vault and swim around in it? I mean, like, that's what Scrooge McDuck does on Disney. He cares more about the money than he does his people, his nephews.
He doesn't care about his family at all, Chance. You're 100% correct.
Yep. I know what's going on. I've got friends in Omaha, okay? I got friends that I've known for 25 years. I talk to them about every 2 weeks, and they tell me what that SOB is up to, and I'm not talking about what's in the newspapers. I'm talking about stuff that some of the dirty crap that he's pulled just in Omaha alone.
Yep. So Chance, for all you guys here on the phone, you guys don't know how to get XRP. You guys are so scared to get cryptocurrency. Right now, XRP is selling it. I'm going to round it down, 50 cents a coin. Okay. Go on Coinbase, COINBASE, www.coinbase.com, and just spend $10 or $20. You all got 10 or $20 on here, and get yourself a few coins. If you go to Dave XRP Lion, he's basically saying that's traded publicly right now. The price is being manipulated by Ripple right now, and there's a reason for that. They got to fund their operations, so they pump and dump. That they have to do that. But at the end of the day, my understanding is XRP is not supposed to be something that's traded on the stock market. It's going to be used as technology for all the cross-border payments that are going to take place internationally. We're getting rid of the SWIFT system. The SWIFT system is the cabal system. We're going on SOFR, SOFR, and that's our system. We're going to be the banks. So just leave your coins on the exchange, even if it gets cyber attacked or something. Okay, big deal. You lost 10 or $20. But if you guys can get a hard wallet, I get a Ledger wallet. You can go on YouTube and just Google on YouTube or search on YouTube how to transfer your XRP from Coinbase to your Ledger, or whatever hard wallet you have. But if you're too afraid to do that, just take $10 and get yourself 20 coins of XRP, because that's going to be the winner chicken dinner, steak dinner coin that's going to be used for all the international cross-border payments. And how does that work? Well, let's say United States didn't have any oil. We need to buy oil from Iraq. Well, we got U.S. new Treasury notes, and Iraq's got dinars. They're going to export their oil to the United States. They're going to want to be paid in US dollars. Everything's going digital. XRP is going to be the centerpiece that takes the digital coins from U.S. Treasury notes, transfers them to dinars, and gives them over to Iraq. It's real simple. But those are supposed to be, you're supposed to, at your redemption or your exchange appointment or something, exchange those back in. And Dave XRP Lion is saying you can ask for $1 million. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's say it's even $10,000 or $15,000 that they buy them back at. You bought your coin at 50 cents. You made out like a bandit on that stuff. Just go get yourself $5 worth of coins and just let it sit on the exchange. Don't do anything with it, and then you're protected and covered.
Could I ask you a favor? My email is chancemusic@yahoo.com.
Yeah.
I would appreciate if you would email me and send me your phone number. I would like to have a private conversation with you, and it would be on behalf of everybody on the channel.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And what I want you to do is, I want you to teach me how to get XRP, and then I, in turn, will teach everybody on this channel how to do it.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure.
Much the same way I've been telling people about Wise for 4 years.
Right. Well, I was on Charlie Ward's show yesterday, and Drew was saying that Wise accounts are not going to work for the redemption centers like the way the paper currency is. But again, I don't have any proof or validity from that, but she's basically saying that the conversion from Wise accounts into these currencies will not be the same as the paper currencies. I don't know.
That is correct. That is correct.
Okay.
Because the contract rate on the Vietnamese dong, I don't talk rates and dates on this channel, but I'm going to do it today because of the exception for you. I'm hearing $12.80 on the contract rate for the Vietnamese dong. And if you're